EFCC say they are not working for APC, they are not working for Tinubu, they are working for us. Let's watch these videos together. EFCC.
Anyone who will be sincere, particularly those who work with Mr. President, particularly those who are members of the Federal Executive Council, particularly those who are heading agencies, ministries, and departments. Anytime you see Mr. President, the body language of Mr. President is, look, what have you done? How much have you recovered? How much have you used the instrumentality of your work to stimulate the economy for me? To ensure that we deliver on our mandate. That is the body language of Mr. President every time I see him. It's not about, look, the man doesn't have time for this issue. People are just trying to distract the government. They're just trying to distract the working president. If those who are close to him will tell you, he doesn't want to hear anything apart from performance. He is a man who will sit down and put you to question about your activities. And it will question you, it will put you on your toes. So for him to have time for these frivolities of, go and do this because of this, stop doing this. I think Mr. President that I know, who has appointed me, that I work with, is not made of that stuff. And that is what I can say about that. So this issue of go and stop this is not the kind of the president we have. The president, his body language, every time you see him, like he wants you to deliver.
So Mr. Olukode, you are telling us that the president does not interfere. The president does not tell you who to go after. He doesn't interfere. He doesn't ask you to stop or wait on any case. Is that what you're saying since you are still in office?
And I'm telling you, Sheon, and I'm telling Nigerians, that the body language of Mr. President every time I see him is like, what have you done? How have you delivered on your mandate? How much have you recovered? All the money that have been stolen, what have you done about it? How much of the loopholes have you been able to block? How much of our budget are we going to deliver on using the instrumentality of prevention? That is the only thing I see in the body language of Mr. President.
So let me pick up on this quickly.
Don't do that. I don't.
Yeah, let me pick up on this quickly. The EFCC has been accused frequently of being used by the ruling party to intimidate its opponents. A former executive secretary of the NHIS, professor, said he alleged that his ordeal with the EFCC is part of a scheme to silence him by the president.
Thank you very much. And that's quite laughable. That's quite.
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, that's quite laughable. Now let me tell you something. Some of these facts, because also people should also take the pain to be sincere and to also discover before they react to understand what the issues are. The person you refer to has been investigated before I even assumed office as the executive chairman. That matter was not investigated under the current Mr. President. This case file has been there, and Nigerians were the fact that I promised that I was going to review some of these cases upon my assumption of office. And the ones we felt, look, justice should be done to, we will present, and you have been seeing me doing that. So the case was not even investigated under the current Mr. President. So why should now we begin to allude to the fact that the man is being witch-hunted? Over what? Are we not going to say because somebody is abusing Mr. President or belongs to other political party and there is a case, a team, to stop? We will not do it? That's the question we need to ask ourselves as Nigerians. Are we ready for this thing? Do we have a national consensus to really fight corruption and financial crimes?
Mark Zuckerberg came to Nigeria this year, 2025, and once again, he saw their greatest problem, electricity power failure. And while he was with Colonel Afolayan, a filmmaker, the power suddenly went off.
We couldn't afford to use the mainstream television or radio in the UK, but everybody was on Facebook, at that time, and this really, helped. And this is Nigeria. This is, that's part of it.
Or there is a sect of our society, especially those of the APC, going around to claim that Peter Obi is demarketing Nigeria, and he should stop doing it and all of that. And then sometimes I sit back and I really laugh. And that's why we are not going to get redemption anytime soon, except something drastic happens. Except the people begins to stop to listen to this set of liars, pathological liars, deceivers, manipulators, gaslighters, and as it were, propagandists. Because you cannot imagine what is the highest form of the marketing when the greatest tech guy on the planet arrives your country at the most prolific, the best time to sell your country, with Kule and Fulanya doing his best, as it were. He got the shocker of his life. Which country, which developing country on planet Earth still has this level of interrupted power supply in that manner, as it were? If you cannot, and with all of the attendant opportunities that the world has moved to being able to generate power for its society, we still have that, and that is in Lagos State, Nigeria. That's in Lagos. The biggest economy, as it were. One of the biggest economy in Nigeria, and then I think it's the third or the fourth largest economy in Africa. That is being ridiculed like that. But you have a problem with somebody who goes around to say we are having too many abusers of our system. We are having too many persons. We are blessed, but people have continued to use their own weakness, their own incompetence and incapacity to ridicule the society. To you, that is the marketing. The fact that the government has got into power 2 years now and has not been able to focus on the most important need of society. After power, the next most important need of the Nigerian society is security. After power, the next most important need is security. In fact, some places even put security ahead of power, because if you have power and the security is not there, businesses, ideas, visions will not be able to thrive. Yet they are dancing rat circles. It is Sanwo-Olu who is a boy that is trying to please his godfather and trying to rebuild relationship, has to go and attack somebody that is not in your levels at all. Somebody that is not your mate in any capacity. The same you that borrowed over 135 billion naira as of May 2023 to fix education, and in 2024 it was reported that over half of the number of students that sat for the senior secondary school certificate examination failed from Lagos State. But yet you have the guts to say that because the man did not build a single school, because your mentality of governance has been adulterated. It is white elephant's goose project that will bring money to your pocket that you have been taught by your mentor Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Lies and lies. You see infrastructures in place of it to look back at how you are going to renovate them and make them productive, efficient, and effective for you, because he said the man did not build school. The man had never lied, and I'm not here to even defend him. All of these guys, they are in their world. We are in our world. We are fighting our cause. And my journey is different. But sometimes let's just put the perspective in the right order. The other one is the Fedor Juzokalu, that for any reason should not even be a local government chairman, but privileged because of money misroad he had in the military government. He was able to become governor in Abia State. Now he's senator, and there's nothing. The other one I said, stop demarketing Nigeria when a thief like you is working scot-free and see in corridors of power. What level of demarketing do you want? And look at what we call demarketing. This is what should be referred to. A government that is serious will be ashamed with epidemic like this, and then will do anything within its power. Yet we still have the most useless of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's minister in the Ministry of Power. We have the most useless. We still have the most useless set of chief of defense staff, as it were, chief of army staff, basically service chiefs, as it were, in this government. Now they have turned it to being that they have tried their best, because you started to sell your propaganda agenda too early. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has crippled the security. Whereas what he did was media suppression. Now the real insecurity has come out with his ugly jargon, because you are here to deal with the issue. What is the ideology of these guys causing security in the north of Nigeria that is spreading into other parts of Nigeria? Deal with the ideology. How can we curb it? Where are they being funded? You have not done that. You think to suppress Arise, suppress channels, suppress all of this station from reporting it to end it. You are seeing right in your eyes, ISWAP took responsibility of over 26 Christians killed in a community in Borno State a couple of hours ago. The president is here to make a statement. In the same day, Sunday Dare, that will never see anything good in his life, right, is posting we are the largest economy. Nobody says you should not celebrate your wins, but should you reasonably, should that be the focus at that time? Nigerians have been killed. You are doing propaganda on Twitter because for you it is suppressing one news and another news and say somebody is demarketing. What is demarketing? Do you know the meaning of somebody is demarketing Nigeria? When Bola Tinubu, Shah reporters and all of these APC guys were robbing Jonathan to the mud and it wasn't the marketing. Suddenly there is a market to protect. Because your idea of the marketing is that somebody is going to tell the world that we are carrying first in corruption. And that the monies and resources we have in this country is enough to take care of this country, but these guys keep borrowing. So that whenever you go to borrow, somebody will not tell you. They should now put benchmark of how you are going to spend the money. Because what you want is monies in your hand, not in bank. And all of this IMF, World Bank, they are part of the problem we have in this country. If they stop to give us this manner they are giving to our government, we will fix our problems. And that's why Bola Tinubu, instead of working on restructuring Nigeria and ensuring that our resources are being tapped, you are going to do tax reforms. Because where is the money that you are going to tax coming from? The only set of few Nigerians that have the resources. Talking about demarketing Nigeria. Who is really demarketing Nigeria? See the embarrassment you brought before us. That is metal. Mark Zuckerberg, somebody's even trying to say what we have done. What? Sometimes saying. What is demarketing? Which market are we selling? What do we represent? Ask yourself, what does Nigeria represent in the global market at the moment?
Okay. It's very difficult to see some of our leaders going around America, Europe, Canada, Australia, China, demarketing our country. When we're busy looking for investment to pull up the country, people are busy going to tell everybody in Nigeria that nothing is happening. Sure. But how do we bring the people up? We must lift our Nigerians up. The policies of President Ahmed Tinubu is going to work, and it's working, but the problem is that it's not trickling down. It's the trickling down effect is what is after, and that is why we need continuous investment without stop. This is why we're all over everywhere to bring new investment back to Nigeria so that people can see work, hunger will go, and things will work. I know it's all over the world, it's difficult, but let our leaders come together. We are one family. Tinubu is not the owner of this country. He's just our president, which he will go. Buhari is already in Daura from Kaduna. Tinubu will one day, after 8 years or so, one day be in Lagos, and nobody calls his name. So let us stop demarketing our country. Let us as family come together and work on our economic policies. The essence of opposition is to do the correct things and tell us what is wrong, how we can better the life of the people we want to govern. If it's this way that opposition will be, it means they have nothing to offer Nigeria. We will not have anything from anybody. I'm not a frivolous man. I don't live in politics. I don't play politics. I bring new investments that Nigerian people can have jobs, and people of our country will be committed to it. So I prefer leaders who are speaking the truth to the world than try to malign the country. It's not the right thing to do. Can we change our hearts? Work for the betterment of Nigerian people. Whether you are anybody, let us work the betterment of Nigerian people. The betterment is what we need, whether we are right or wrong. Let Nigerian people be lifted up. That is my own bane of contention. And anybody who do not want to do this is plugging our country into a problem. Can we please rise and work for more investment to the country? Continuous investment. China was once in this position we are today. Vietnam was once in this position. we can overcome, and we will overcome. Because subsidy is a problem all over the world. You can only do food subsidy. You cannot continue subsidizing everything. Since 1960, this is the first time we are trying to tell goodbye to subsidy. Let everybody work on a real economy, and let us see the chaff and the grace. Goodbye. May we work for Nigeria. May we live and see that Nigeria survive with all economic indices showing positive. To God be the glory.
You see, whenever it comes to EFCC like this, me myself, I don't know what I want to call these people. So are they deceiving me now, or deceiving us, or deceiving themselves? What do I know? This is Nigeria Watch Media. Will bring it here to you guys every day, 7 p.m. Join us every day. Share our videos, like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and take care for now.